We begin this half hour in Augusta, where lawmakers are, once again, being asked to toughen the laws surrounding gun sales in Maine.
This time, it's a push to expand background checks in the hope that it can reduce the number of guns used for violent crime. The question sparked hours of debate today. News Center Maine's Don Kerrigan listened in on that virtual hearing. Hi there, Don.
Hi, Amanda. Maine requires background checks for sales at gun dealers, but not for private sales. And arguments today for and against changing that were as passionate as ever.
11 years ago, Darian Richardson died after someone broke into her home and shot her. The young school teacher was just 25. Today, Darian's name was front and center as her mother and father told a legislative committee her death might have been prevented by a background check.
The gun was traced to a Maine resident who bought the gun at a retail establishment where he was required to undergo a background check. But soon after, he sold it at a gun show to someone he didn't know, asked no questions, and kept no records.
The same gun was used to shoot another person a month later. Police have the gun, but don't know who did the shooting. Representative Rachel Talbot Ross says that's why Maine needs background checks on private gun sales.
And we have still not moved forward with implementing the policies that may have prevented the firearm used to kill Darian from being sold.
The bill would require background checks at gun shows, and any individual selling to a stranger would also have to get a check. Sales or transfers of guns to friends or family would not.
It does not compromise our state's proud sporting heritage. It is, in fact, an incredibly small price to pay to save lives.
In Maine, only gun dealers are currently required to do background checks. The legislature has debated the issue over and over. It even went to Maine voters in referendum, but expanding background checks has always been defeated.
I think one of the things that people in Maine miss is that we are the safest place in the country to live as it relates to violent crime.
David Trahan of the Sportsmen's Alliance of Maine says many gun owners oppose broader background checks because they worry government will go too far.
There has to be the creation of some sort of registry or database to ensure or enforce a provision like that. And that scares a lot of people, that the government would know exactly how many firearms you own, where you live, and all of the types of information.
Trahan says there needs to be a lot more research into other causes of all the gun violence. But Judy Richardson says background checks need to be the start.
If we can save lives without infringing on this constitutional right to own a gun, why aren't we doing so?
The legislature will now have the debate once more.
As we mentioned, Maine voters rejected a background check referendum back in 2016. And 2 years ago, Governor Mills said she thought voters had spoken and would not support expanding background checks at that time. We should find out in the next few weeks if any of that has changed. Reporting live, I'm Don Kerrigan, News Center, Maine.